Welcome back to the Battle of the Hockey Pool Guides. We've got the results for the Orange qualifying group. The outright winner was the consensus of all the guides. Hockey the Magazine comes in second place. As far as the other guides and the wildcard implications, we'll find out the results on another slide. The consensus dominated all draft lengths, but it wasn't perfect. In the 10 to 15 round draft lengths, Hockey the Magazine did their best to challenge the consensus. Oddly enough, every guide ended up in dead last at some point, even the consensus. The percentage of victories by round length only increased except for the max length, which was 54 rounds for this grouping. The consensus was also consistent no matter which pick they had. Hockey the Magazine had their best results from the 10 to 20 round draft lengths and made a little resurgence at the max draft length as well. They did best when they had picks in the middle of the draft order. McKeen's did okay during the 20 round draft lengths. Where they picked did not seem to make much of a difference though. Our last minute replacement, DatsyukToZetterberg, uses Marcels as a basis for their projections. I would say it is a work in progress and maybe they'll do better in years to come. By the way, they knocked out Eric Duhatschek's top 200 list from participating in this year's Battle of the Hockey Pool Guides. Last year's rankings by points fared a little better than any of the other last year or 3-year rankings, but all in all, it wasn't very good. All of the Fantasy Hockey Report's victories came when they didn't select first, second, or third. That needs to improve. This is going to be an interesting case study. Keeping Karlsson had 3 entries. Their consensus rankings were third place in the blue qualifying group, earning 18,000 victories. Brian's rankings only earned him 601 wins in this grouping. And Elan's rankings are currently holding him in second place in the green qualifying group. Was Brian in a much more difficult group, or were the others in easier ones? The question begs to be asked, why do we still hold on to the idea that 3-year averages are good for predictions? Reddit user ML_hockey has to go back and rethink things. I will assume that the ML stands for machine learning, and much like DatsyukToZetterberg, we hope that they make adjustments for future battles. We know the consensus and Hockey the Magazine will move on to the semifinals. McKeen's has earned the 5th wildcard spot, for now with their 12,897 victories, but we still have 2 other groupings to complete. This qualifying group did horrible when having the 1st to 3rd picks, only earning 28% of all victories. Unlike the previous groups, the difference between 1st and 2nd were further apart in these simulations. Our last qualifying group is ready to get on their way. Who is going to win? Will we see a close battle, or will there be a single dominant player? Remember, you can follow along between videos by going to www.hockeypoolguideaid.blogspot.com, where I periodically post updates of the simulations. Keep on watching the Battle of the Hockey Pool Guides.